All right, so this is Jason Stein, and we are going to go through a video tutorial for doing your syllabus. So if you have multiple emails, you can go to your OCOM email, and then you're going to go to the little grid pad here, and you're going to hit Drive. Now, under Drive, you should have subfolders, and if you don't have that, you can check with Jenny and Devin on how to create these subfolders. And so I'm going to go through, and the one that I want is called OCOM Syllabus. So if I come to 2015, 2016, I see that we're looking at spring quarter. We're going to go into didactic, and we have a few templates here. But before we get to either of these templates, I'm going to open up the instructions and read through it. So we've already signed into our Gmail. We've opened the OCOM syllabus. Now, if you did not add the OCOM syllabus folder, it would be hard to get here. And so again, talk to Jenny or Devin. From here, we want to click on the 2014-2015 subfolder. So again, I go back in to OCOM syllabi, and I'm going to go to the 2014-2015. Now I go to spring, I go to didactic, and I'm going to scan through to find my class. And hopefully, if we hit this, last open to me, you'll see yours quickly. If you can't see it, just do by name and it'll resort it by A, B, C, D. Now, I like last open by me because these are documents for me that I use, and this is one of the classes that I need. So I open this up and I can see last year's template. Now what I want to do is I open the syllabus I want. This is a Google Doc version. So again, do not start with a Word version. You want to start with Google Docs. You'll have to make a copy of your syllabus. So I click File, Make Copy. A separate dialog box will appear, and I want a copy of that. And then I'm going to update that to the current year. So I come back to here. I go to File. I go to Make Copy. And then as opposed to 15, I'm just going to put 16. I say OK after I take copy of out. And now I know this worked because I can look at the top and it says Practice Management for Section 1 and 2, Spring 2016, Jason Stein, just like that. Now, from here, I go back to the instructions. So what's the next step? The next step is to determine if there's any policy updates that need to be reflected in the syllabus. You will do this by comparing the syllabus template with your last year's syllabi. This is explained in step 7. Note for all syllabi being updated, 2014-15, 2015-16, there will be policy updates. So it's really important that I'm not just pulling this up. Now I know that this is the old one, and this is the new one, 2016. So first thing I can do, change the year there. Now from there, I want to go back into the instructions, and I'm sorry, I actually want to go back into 2015-2016 spring didactic, and you'll see that there is a template. And what I want to do is look at that template so I can just see, is this mirroring? Have there been changes here? So course number and title, that is correct. Term, class time, faculty. So see how this is credits, term, class time. credits during class time. I'm in the exact order, so I can just keep going down. Now, has the course description changed at all? Am I doing any new learning objectives? Has the course requirements changed? I want to start scanning to see, is anything different? Is the recommended reading? Has my method of instruction? If anything has changed, then I actually want to take a moment and reflect those changes in writing. Now, as well, if you look at the template and you scroll down, you can see that this blue, and I remember Devin saying, keep that attendance policy in blue. Now, notice that these changed in September of 2015. That means if I go over to mine, it'll be totally different. And so I want to come here in attendance, copy and paste. For me on a Mac, that's Command C, and then I do Command V. I'm just going to take this over and clean it up. And then the American Disabilities Act. It looks like that's been updated as well as far as the accommodations. So I go ahead and I go back to my copy. I make sure I have that in blue. And the last is in blue. I see that the professional statement has changed as well. So I'm going to go through. Again, I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste that over here. Now I will splice the training video so you don't have to see me go through all the individual assignments or creating my outline, and then I'll come back and we will talk about how to take it from this document and then upload it to the repository on the Google Drive. So let me make the changes and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so I am back. I've been working away on my syllabi. Now, there's a couple of things I want to do. One is, if I go into my Google Drive, so you can go here, and you can do academic schedule, you can find the 2015 schedule, and you can click through by going to the bottom here of the year and the quarter. So we want to go all the way from fall to winter to spring. 3 of 3 is what I'm looking for, practice management. So I want to make sure that I'm verifying with what I'm doing in here that my class times and locations are correct. I have the right classroom, and you can do that again by just looking it up on the academic schedule. It may be that you're in first year spring, so first year of 3 years, and you can find your class, and this will give you the time, the location, and then going over to your syllabus, just verifying that you're updating it. And when you get down to your class outline, verifying that if you have actual dates for your classes, that you're updating those on the copy that you've made. Now, if we go back to the instructions, we can see that we can return here, and we get into the subfolder, and we look for the template. Now, I got the template out early, and so again, we go here, we go here to syllabi, we go to actual, we go to spring, we go to didactic, and I can look at the template. Now, looking at the template, I can just verify as I've made my copy that nothing has changed. You know, I can scroll through here. I can see that include the next 2 elements, supplies and equipments, and towels and draping on your syllabus only if they're relevant to the course. So I can go through, and I have already changed all the blue, so that mirrors the latest policies of my syllabus. And then there is one more thing here in the didactic, which I may want to look, which is another document called Common Errors and Issues. And I can just scan through this to see what are the biggest mistakes that people are making when they're filling out each section. And I can go back and forth to make sure that I'm not making those mistakes that often occur. Now I've already done that, so I go back to my practice management. I have this tab up here. I can start to close out some of these. The other tab I want to open are the instructions. I come down to my final step, File, Organize, OCOM Syllabi, and I want it in the specific subfolder, which is 2015-2016. It's the spring quarter, and it goes to didactic, and I want to move it. So I go up here, and I go to Organize, and it shows me all the potential subfolders I can create. I want to go to OCOM Syllabi, so I go there. I go to the subfolder of this year, which is the 2015-2016. I go to the quarter, which is spring quarter. I go to whether it's clinic or didactic, and for me it's didactic, and I move it right in there. So now what I can do is I can go to OCOM Syllabi, make sure it landed in there. I go 2015-2016, I go to spring quarter, I go to didactic, and I can see, yes, it's right there, the same one that I just created. And then the last thing is I celebrate because I now have met the deadline that my syllabus is in the proper Google folder before the deadline has occurred. So again, if you have questions, please meet with Devin or Jenny, and I hope you appreciated this tutorial. Bye-bye.